Okay guys, I'm not going to be joking around on this video because it's all kicked off in the Middle East. And in fact, it is Murray kicked off in the Middle East. Trump flattened Iran with various airstrikes, and this is going to have a big knock-on effect. And there's going to be retaliations over the next few days, obviously. So it's a case of be careful. And what does that mean? I don't mean be careful walking the streets. You should be anyway. But I mean, be careful with the markets. They're going to be very unpredictable this week. Really unpredictable. Because you're not rightly sure which way they're going to take this. But the one market that is going to be of concern due to some of the oil lines being blown up and various other bits and pieces is going to be oil. Now, oil needs to stay stable to keep world economies going. So there will be big spikes left, right and centre, but ultimately they will have to keep the price roughly static. Otherwise all merry hell breaks loose. And kind of the way you've got to think is think of it like a business. You know, a business wants to sell a product for as much as they possibly can, but they also know there'll be ceiling prices inside of that. Because if you have a product too high, people won't buy it. But likewise, you don't want it so cheap that they're not making any money. Because if that's the case, what's the point of producing it in the first place? You know, so that's basic supply and demand from an economics point of view. So they need to try and keep it middle ground. But if there is going to be a shortage, and certainly if a supply chain is broken, that supply is going to come at a premium price. So it will push up to the upper edge. So how do you know where it's going to go? Well, you don't. That's the thing. You really don't. There isn't any sort of measuring stick that you can use and go, well, it'll definitely go here, it'll definitely go there. So the only thing you can do is look at a measuring stick that is hypothetical, but is grounded in reality. Now, what does that mean? It means where's it been trading at before? So your past is your barometer. That's going to be the yardstick. Let's just have a quick look at this. So this is a standard oil chart. I'm going to take everything off it at the moment. There's certain things that can give you a clue. So if we drop this down and we look at, say, the weekend market, okay, which is here. Take this out to 4 hours so we can see what's going on. It's not as violent as it looks. You know, there's been a big push up. We can see that. So from Thursday, it was trading along this level here. It's a bit sporadic, and then it jumped up, right? So this is the spot market. And we can take this through and we can kind of see it's not as vicious as you think. But the bit that I'm interested in is what's happening here, this bit. So it has pushed the markets up, but not massively, you know, nowhere near where it was before, but it's coming back on itself. Okay, so that tells me that yes, the market is going to push higher, but it's not going to be violently violent. So drop it down into a standard oil chart. We've taken everything off. There's no point looking at low time frames for levels. You need to go right out into the past. This is where the market has been trading. So the highest point it got up to was up here, which is just shy of, well, there it is there, where 12830. Okay, let us frame this out, okay, because this is going to be really important. Now, you want to know where it exactly turned, okay, not the spikes, because these could just be fluctuations. You want to know where it turned. So what we can see is its highest point that it got to was up there. All right. That is a very high level. Okay. Just color that up. So that's your ceiling. Now, if it's trading at this level, what's the lowest that it got to? Well, the lowest it got to is down there. So that's the range it's working. It's quite a big range, right? But it's something you can see. Now what else can you do? Now you can tighten this off. So its current low point was there, and the next highest point it got to was there. All right. So now we can see roughly where this is at. Now, if that busts through, it's going to look at these areas here. Okay. So what you need to do is this. So drop that onto there, that onto the bottom, and that onto there. Right, that's got quite a ways to get through up to that high point again. Now, because we're in uncharted territory, and we are definitely in uncharted territory, guys, these could easily be tested. Okay. Now, let's look back into recent history. So I want to just look at this, just pull this back slightly. That's recent history. It's about a year, 18 months, something like that. What can we see inside of this? Well, inside of this, we can see that, yes, it did respect these points, but it is also all over the place as well. So let's see if we can frame this up a bit better. Okay, now I'm only going to do this on these charts, and then I'm going to drop back and I'm going to put some fibs in. All right. Now, once I've got these key areas into place, just like so, I'll be able to build myself a framework to look into where I feel realistically think this might go. Right. Now, what I've done is what's called best fit. Now, best fit is looking at key turning points that are really significant. In other words, apexes. Okay? Like that. Straight down. They will have memories in the market. Okay? It looks mental, but it's meant to. Okay? If it breaks through, get to there. Right. Get those candlesticks back on. What's that like? Yeah, drop one in there as well. Okay. Now, I'll do a full analysis of this tomorrow, probably for the guys in the squad if I'm asked to do it. But I just want to show you something as to how important these things can actually be. Now, they look tight here, but if you're tomorrow coming in to the markets, now look, these things are perfect. All right. Absolutely bob on. Okay. So if this surges, I now know roughly where this market's going to stop. Take this out. Now, the markets also work through mathematical criteria, all right? And that's fib. Now, fibs can help us amazingly with something like this. So we've got a low point there, and the highest point it got to was up there, all right? So what I can see now is exactly what the maths are behind this. Now, this makes it an easy chart. Now, I'm quickly building this up as fast as I can to show you. And what you can start to see is that the fibs also map out where this is going. Now, what you've got to remember is over long term, charts don't care about conflict. They don't care about recessions or anything. They just do what they're doing. Because if you look at it sort of like a gold chart through, goes right the way through, every price crash going. It just still looks like a normal chart. So remember that. So what we have here is definitive high, definitive low, and it's all broken up fully. Now it's pulled down. It's found this, and it is creeping up anyway. All right. So maybe there was a thought behind this, because you've got to remember everything's pre-planned. Drop this into a weekly. Again, you want the last low and high that is containing the price. that you can physically see. Well, the price is here. We have a high and a low. So it pushed up and collapsed. Okay, right. These two are at the same point. So that's the definitive. This area is the definitive. Okay, now I'm going to put this in backwards because I want the expansion to go to the upper side. Okay, so there we are. So this is a different move. Close to the price. Now look at how well those levels have played out. They are bob on. So regardless of what's going on in the world, because I don't care about sort of fundamental and news when I'm day trading, etc. What I care about is what I can physically see. What I can physically see is the levels that I've just dropped in all marry up, and the chart is respecting it wonderfully. Now, as that comes through, if this rockets to the top, these levels are where it's going to stop. All right. Now, when I do a full analysis, I'll be putting in more levels if I needed to. But if I drop this down into an hour, right, there's your fibs. This is roadmapped exactly what I want to see. Now, they're monthly and weekly time frames. And look how well that has performed. I mean, who'd have thought to the pip that fib would show a key turning point like that, right? It's all in the maths. Stall, stall, stall. Stalled along there. Stalled here to the pip. Probe down, had a go, held it back, stall. Take it back. Right along that there. All that compression. Run down. 1, 2, 3. Push, push. Stop. Right? These are incredibly important, guys. So tomorrow, when this chart decides that it goes to open up, which it will do later on tonight, these are the areas this is going to test. Now, if I'm looking for this to go high, I've already got the markers in place where it's going to stall and think as it's bursting through. I can't make that any simpler. Okay. Now, what's my take on oil tomorrow? It's going to be a tough call simply because it is an unknown factor. It's a massive unknown factor tomorrow. But there are other elements you can look at. So if I flick this back and sort of go on to these sort of indicators, keep this relatively simple, guys. You know, when you're looking at an oil market or any big market, they're not judged on 5 minutes. You know, they're judged on the higher time frames. You want to be 4 hours up into the monthly. And what they'll show you is quite distinctively where the market is now going, and then you use the low time frames to get in. Now, if I switch those drawings off and we just see what's going on, the monthly is genuinely pushing up anyway. We've already got momentum starting to creep in, and the Bollinger Band, as you can see, it's breaking through a moving average. So moving up to here is not a stretch, not really. Now, this is a worldwide market. This is a monthly chart. So this will take a long time to get from there to there. Take it into a weekly, comes more into the here and now. Again, you've got momentum in your favor, you've got direction in your favor, and you've got strength coming in. Now, this has been coming in over the last couple of weeks. So how will that transpose into tomorrow? Well, it's carrying on, okay? It's still there. All the strengths and everything are still there. So you can just look at basic tools and find out what's going on. Now, the general consensus is this thing is to the upper side. Now, that's from a technical point of view. Now, when the market's open tomorrow, you've really got to see how the market's going to react. Now, is this going to continue to move higher? Possibly. But if the big boys are also wanting this to be their trade, they're going to have to induce trades. That might slam down before it moves up. And why? Because every man and his dog thinks it's going higher. So the clever trader will try and force the market the wrong way before it goes the right way. And that'll be where you're all saying, oh, they took my stops out, one thing, another. It's not. They're just being clever, looking at what's going on right now. They will have to get in at good pricing in order to fulfill their orders. Now, if that's the case, it'll go backwards before it goes forward. So my word is be cautious. Be very, very cautious. In fact, the way I would trade this tomorrow is quite simple. I wouldn't look at it till at least 10 o'clock. Let the open come. Let the big boys flush everybody out. And then look to go to market. If you don't, you're going to get caught in the fire. And it literally will be a baptism of fire. And they'll be using your orders to fulfill their orders. And you may find you on the wrong side. And, well, let's just say it won't end well. But that's the way I'm looking at oil at the moment. Don't look at it before 10 o'clock tomorrow. Let it do its thing. And then just follow it into key levels from high time frames as the thing starts to move. That's the way to trade it tomorrow, kids. All right, if you're stuck and you really want a deep dive into how to trade fully, do come on my website. All my contact details are there. I'll always speak to you. We are having a live session tomorrow night. Again, details of that are on the website, and you're welcome to come along and talk to us, because we will be breaking charts down fully, not a snapshot like this, and seeing what's going on. Okay, kids, have yourselves a great Sunday, and I'll catch you all soon.